Afternoon, friends. Ash here, WAT News, with some more election and news updates. It's December the 12th still, 2020. And I told you I was going to report on this audit that was done on the Michigan Dominion machines, and the results have come out. So, Dominion voting machines caught manipulating votes per IT forensic investigation by Joe Hoft. This came out like last night, I think. But nobody paid attention because, of course, everyone was talking about the Texas lawsuit being in the Supreme Court, right? A month ago, in the early days after the 2020 election was stolen, the Biden gang, we reported on an anomaly that was uncovered in a county in Michigan. It was reported that 6,000 votes were switched and moved from President Trump to Joe Biden. Breaking: Michigan computer glitch fixed, switching 6,000 votes from Biden to Trump. GOP demands 47 more counties corrected. It took over a month, but last week we reported on an IT inspection of voting machines in Antrim County in Michigan. Breaking: exclusive: Michigan attorney gives behind-the-scenes update on the IT inspection of the Antrim County Dominion machines. Bill Bailey: last night, the results of the investigation were released from the IT forensic study of the Dominion voting machines. And there's a video here that we could watch with the results. So let's hear what attorney Matthew Deperno says.
Okay, welcome back. Well, it wasn't good news tonight, but again, there are avenues open that we are investigating, looking at. We have ever since Election Day, and they have not been settled. We just talked about Pennsylvania and the situation in Michigan. I want to focus on one county. It's Antrim County, Michigan. Take a look at this. This was the first round of results that we had that night, I think. 7,769 votes for Joe Biden, and for Donald Trump, 4,509 votes. A couple of days later, they were like, oh yeah, slight error, and this is what happened. Look at the difference. Donald Trump, 9,000 something votes for, as opposed to just under 6,000 for Joe Biden. How did that just happen? We were told, well, got a couple of different stories. Human error, it was a technical glitch. Matthew Deperno has been all over this, constitutional attorney. He is representing voters in an election lawsuit against Antrim County. Sir, how did that swap happen? Joe Biden won, and then he lost. What happened?
Well, the Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, said it happened by human error. We've discovered that's not true. That's a lie. It didn't happen by human error. It happened through a computer program called Dominion Voting System. And through our lawsuit, we were able to get access to the Dominion Voting System program. And my team went in on last Sunday, and we took forensic images of that computer system, 16 CF data cards, 16 thumb drives, and we got a forensic image of the actual tabulation machine in the Antrim County Clerk's office. And my team has been running analysis through that forensic image since Sunday.
All right, so where does this go? You're just one county. It looks like they've already recognized an error. I mean, whether they lied about it or not, Donald Trump won the county. Where do we go from here? Where do you go from there? Other counties involved? Do you think this was widespread? What I'm trying to get at is, how do we flip Michigan? If it's possible, if it's legal, if there is the case, how do you flip it?
Well, we've called on Mike Shirkey, who's the Senate Majority Leader in the Michigan Senate, to send a separate slate of electors to Lansing, Republican electors, based on what we think we have found. I filed an emergency motion this afternoon with the Antrim County Circuit Court, asking them to lift a protective order so that we can release the results of the forensic examination to the American people, to the Michigan House of Representatives, to the Michigan Senate, and to anyone else who wants to see the results, so they can judge for themselves how the system operates.
Understood? All right. Professor Dershowitz, I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking we're dreaming, and some of the
All
most.
right, I'm not watching Dersh, but that was interesting what he said. If you caught what he said right at the end, right, which was that there's a protective order, which means that he can't reveal the findings that he comes up with to the American people, which they have a right to know because somebody in that state put a protective order over this thing. So someone's going to have to step in there to overrule that, or to get that information out somehow, right? Because what's the point of doing this audit if we can't reveal the the results of it, right? Real quick, I saw this other article that also kind of made me look twice. It says breaking exclusive Dominion voting machines have the ability to create ballots. And that's by Joe Hoft. Functionality is built into the Dominion voting machines that makes it possible to create votes. Fake stacks of ballots can be easily generated automatically by the Dominion voting software as noted in this tweet. Dominion, more concerning information on automated test decks that every knowledgeable voter should be familiar with. This information and assessments can be taken directly from reading the voting system's company own users' manuals. I did access some of those. Let's see. Let me just see what. According to the Dominion website, the automated test deck generator creates comprehensive test decks for efficient and easy logic and accuracy testing. Using the election project database, a deck of vote-marked ballots is randomly generated to provide the highest assurance of system accuracy. When scanned, these automated test deck ballots create known outcomes that can be compared with the tabulated results, providing verification of both the quality of the printed ballots as well as the complete accuracy of each tabulator. The feature is explained in the Dominion's Voting Systems Manual on page 30. Number 4. Alternatively, if allowed by your jurisdiction, use the automated test deck application. This application, available from Dominion Voting, can automatically generate the appropriate test decks and expected results totals. Georgia purchased the automated test deck option according to this procurement document. See page 59. Automated test deck creation. The creation of automated comprehensive test decks is an optional service provided by Dominion to assist customers in conducting logic and accuracy testing. Using the election day database, a series of pre-marked ballots are generated based on a computer algorithm designed to provide the highest assurance of system accuracy. When scanned, these decks create known outcomes that can be compared with tabulated results. The elimination of error due to mistakes in hand marking provides a higher degree of confidence in test results. Are these the pristine ballots with the identical ballot markings as Fulton County poll manager Susan Voiles testified to in her hearing? Where else have we seen stacks of ballots, some pristine with predictable 95% plus Biden results? There is evidence that Philadelphia precincts had this option from Dominion also. See page 89. And also Michigan. See page 37. Were these test decks created automatically out of the Dominion voting system software introduced into the stream of naked ballots to be counted with predictable results? Were ballots created within the Dominion system that were used to fill the massive data dumps needed to surpass President Trump's record-setting election results early on the morning after the election? Wow, this is a major allegation, right? Because if this thing can print up whole test decks of ballots, and it said that there's an algorithm, right? Where did it say that? Hang on. A series of pre-marked ballots are generated on a computer, based on a computer algorithm, right? Right there. So this is now admitting that there is a computer algorithm that is designed to provide the highest assurance of system accuracy. So there's some kind of algorithms that are built into this thing already that they're claiming you're supposed to use for a test deck to test the system, but now it's starting to look like where some of those votes just printed out because they saw that the totals for Trump were so big that they just decided to scrap those votes and then print their own test decks that were all pre-marked for mostly Biden. We don't know that yet, but it's starting to appear it could be the case. Are these the pristine ballots with the identical ballot markings as Fulton County poll manager Susan? Right. Is that it? We don't know. This is the Dominion Voting City of Philadelphia request for proposals bid. And let me just see the page that he's talking about here. Let's see. Page 30, I think it was on this one. So 355 page doc. Okay. Go to page 30. What's going on? Page 30 is blacked out. Huh. Why is it all blacked out? What happened here? That's weird. Okay, can't see it. Redacted. So this is redacted part of it, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What's this? State of Michigan Enterprise Procurement. Let's see if we could look it up here. Georgia purchased it. Who else purchased it? So we couldn't see Dominion Voting Systems Manual. This looks like it's for State of Michigan. Notice a contract. Dominion Voting Systems, Sally Williams. Initial effective date was March 1st, 2017. Expiration date February 28, 2027. Expiration date before changes. Payment terms next 45 days. Extended purchasing, yes. I'm not sure what all this is about. Contract terms, voting system, hardware, software, and services contract terms. Okay, so this is like a whole deal. I also just wanted to point out one other thing. I'll include these links. You can look through this stuff at your leisure. I'm already pretty sure about this company. I know what the deal is, but Dominion's ImageCast Remote is a universally accessible solution for uniformed and overseas citizens, absentee voting, and remote accessible vote by mail needs. This product is not currently part of U.S. certification. Okay. Mobile ballot printing they do, ranked choice votes. They're starting to try to push that through. Ballot audit review module delivers transparency through auditability for every cast ballot. Ballot audit review provides a side-by-side comparison of the full ballot image, vote summary, any adjudication decisions, and the cast vote record. This is not part of the U.S. certificate. Okay. Here's the automated test decks. The automated test deck generator creates comprehensive test decks for efficient and easy logic and accuracy testing. Using the election project database, a deck of vote-marked ballots is randomly generated to provide the highest assurance of system accuracy. When scanned, these automated test deck ballots create known outcomes. Same thing that they reported in Gateway. So. This was Data Dude's thread. JP Media Boss. Can Dominion be hacked? Yes. Can you feed Dominion test stacks with only Biden marked? Yes. Can these be counted as legitimate results? Yes. Can entire batches of Trump votes be purged? Yes. How do I know? It's in Dominion's user manual. Note: all computers connection to the internet. All tabulation reports for logic and accuracy testing, as well as regular election day results, must be taken from the results tally and reporting software application. Logic and accuracy testing consists of the following: configure the election system using election management systems, EMS, election event designer. Please refer to the Democracy Suite EMS election event designer user guide for more information on election event designer. Generate test ballots either manually from unmarked ballots or automatically using EMS. 3. If using unmarked ballots, mark a number of ballots in predetermined ways to create what is referred to as a test deck. This deck of ballots should be created for each ballot style and tabulator. Make a control sheet that I'm just reading this little part. Segregate the ballot into an envelope containing other ballots of this type for manual review, adjudication, potential duplication, and for subsequent processing. Ballots removed from the output tray prior to the detection of the voting error are not scanned. Return the non-scanned ballots to the input tray for scanning. Note: the DRG1130 and the DRG2140 scanner input trays react differently when the scanning stops. So I think what the issue really is with this is, can they print these test ballots out, and if so, can they replace those in the count with real ballots, right? Can they somehow switch it up? The last thing I wanted to cover was something about Feinstein. I'm keeping an eye on her because I noticed that now some rumors had swirled around that she was like in a cognitive decline and there was something wrong. And then she came out with a report saying, no, I'm fine, with a statement. Anyway, Diane Feinstein's mental decline has her staff, Chuck Schumer, in pain. I'm guessing she's going to probably be forced to step down, and I'm assuming that her ties to China are much more extensive than anyone ever realized. And I know if you follow the boards, they had a whole thing about Diane Feinstein on there, and then she was over in China for some meetings and stuff. So, we have yet to see the full involvement of what, the allegations against her. But it's starting to appear that through her husband, through URS, through all these things, that she's connected much more deeply to China than anyone ever knew. And it just all starts with that one. The driver is the first part of that, right? The second part's her husband and his business dealings. Senator Feinstein's mental decline has become so serious that her own staff compares the situation with taking away car keys from an elderly relative. Jane Meyer reported from the New Yorker. So, is she slipping, or is she pulling a Joe Biden? We don't know, right? But it appears that she's going to probably be forced to step down, and then we'll see if the allegations against her will materialize later. Heard a lot of people talking about troop carriers off each coast of the country, right? And I tried to look into that, and it does appear that there are some on each coast. But I noticed that one of the ships, I believe it was the USS Nimitz, was supposed to be due back in, from what I remember looking it up just before, that they were supposed to be due back in, I believe, San Diego or San Francisco, one of the two. And then they were going to head up to their permanent mooring, which was going to be up in Washington State somewhere. So they came back the 6th or 7th, I believe it was, of December. So it's possible that they're just patrolling and working their way up. Yeah. I mean, are there major, is there something to worry about? I don't know. I haven't heard that. I heard some rumors, but I haven't heard anything concrete. So hey, are there, aircraft carriers off the coast? Good. Let them be there. I mean, we need protection, right? We need protection until we could figure out everything that just went down. My last thing that I wanted to just say was, I've been thinking more and more about this whole Supreme Court business, and I'm starting to remember back to what Q was talking about a lot, and he was talking about military tribunals, right? So I'm starting to think that this whole thing might go that direction, because hey, if you are in a and remember, Trump signed that special EO, right? That said within 45 days that a report should be filed by DNI Ratcliffe. That's going to be in 6 days. So we have to see what that report says. I think a lot of stuff's going to start dropping out. And it's a slow death for these people, right? They're going to drip out the information on them because they already have it all. It's just a question of releasing it at the right time. And the right information at the right time can be devastating to an enemy, right? Especially if certain information was to come out about certain people at certain time, right? So I think that's kind of where we're heading, and it's like a slow death by 1,000 cuts for these deep state people. And listen, we're all tired, man, right? I mean, if you've been following this drama since Trump got in, I mean, he's been fighting a non-stop battle with this dark, government that was formed on the side by Obama and these people, and they don't want to lose, and that's what this is all about. Taking back our system, and hey, it could be that the Supreme Court is even so corrupted that we can't get justice. I mean, I'm hearing people talking about New California. I don't know if anybody's seen that. There was something about that I saw, that like California's thinking about forming a new California and seceding away, or something, because of they don't want to be part of the state of California anymore. So there's all kinds of talk, but talk's just talk, So we'll just have to stay in our center space, stay clean in our heads, and don't feed into the fear, and just watch it all play out, So with that, guys, I just wanted to really report back on this, on the Dominion thing with this, because it's a big deal. And now the fact that if this thing could print out ballots too, test ballots, but if they look exactly like the real thing, then what would stop somebody from injecting those into the system and counting them, right? It's possible that could be done. So now this has broken open a whole new ball of wax. But the problem is if there's a something keeping this gentleman from giving out his information, that shouldn't be in place. So they have to try to get this information out when it all comes out. So with that, guys, I hope you have a great evening. This is Ash, WAT News, signing off for now.